Sorry for the cell phone footage. I've been very busy this morning getting the boat ready for my shakedown sail, and I have to say she's the cleanest and most organized she's been since I bought her. I didn't have enough time to get the spray hood Dodger set up, but I got the cushions out, gave all of the grating a nice rinse, got the table set up, got my mount for the phone, which I'm going to use Navionics on, my battery pack strapped in, GoPro, so I can hopefully catch some video. And look, I even made a bed. How clean that is. I mean, okay, it still needs a lot of work. That has been fantastic stowage. Look, you can actually put your feet down in the nav table, and once I hand that over to my friend, the whole nav station is going to be usable. Inside, I've actually got my galley back again. Everything's down because obviously I'm going to be sailing, so I don't want anything falling. I didn't get the head done in time. Well, you know, something had to give. But everything's packed away for the sail. Look at this. Starboard settee. You can actually see it. Oh, and my crew just got here. So I'm going to go meet her at the dock. Fingers crossed it goes well. I have no idea if the audio is any good. I'm not wearing my mic. Check out cruise. Let's get going.
Okay, here's your sweater.
Thank you. First time using Navionics actually, so I have to make sure I do this right. So the wind's coming from this way, so we're going to leave the port bow as the last one. Can you do the starboard spring line and just put it up on the post?
Yep.
And the starboard bow line, I'll go do the stern lines.
So you said starboard bow.
Oh, actually, let me start the engine first.
Starboard spring is going off.
Yeah, starboard spring come off now, because the wind is blowing us to starboard, right? All right, let's see how easy she starts.
Spring stays.
Spring stays, yeah. And it's clear. This is the point where I always get really nervous. Okay, stern lines are off. This is S5 Mermaid's Rest, S5 Mermaid's Rest, radio check. We'll use the spring line to keep us to warp out. So if you want to drop the port, I mean, you know this better than I do, but my thinking is, put that one there and then the spring line last. I've got a hand on the piling, we're not going anywhere. Okay, you got the spring line? I'm going to give it a quick gust to see which way the prop is.
Our forward is back.
That's reverse.
I can't get it out of gear.
It's fine.
Okay, that's good to know that's a problem.
Now you're in forward. Now you're forward.
Okay. Now I should be neutral. Okay, well, nerves or not, here we go.
Alright. I'm following you.
Yeah, hang on for a second. You tell me when you're ready. Yeah, I see. We're gonna hit the piling. Can you pull us in?
Kill it. Put it neutral. The neutral, take it.
Okay, be careful. Watch his bow, okay?
Put it in reverse.
Turning starboard.
Right, forward.
Forward. Okay, yeah, if you're at the helm at any point, note it really fights to come out of reverse.
Forward, turn.
Forward to starboard?
Facing backwards. Forward.
I have no clue how I'm going to eventually do this solo. Okay, watch his anchor. Okay, we'll see you at the fuel dock. Is my tack working? My tack's working today!
It's a good day!
We didn't hit anything. So long as if any day that I can get out with my boat and I don't hit anything is a good day.
I should have given you more before. This is what we're doing, rather than trying to tell you as we were going.
That's what I would normally have done, but I didn't want to keep them waiting because they're doing so much to help me.
Yeah, well, to leave that spring line, we needed to
Yep.
walk it over there.
Oh, she's humming nice.
Yes. Where's the temperature gauge?
I don't have one.
Okay.
Every time I take the boat out, my nerves just go right to 11. It'll pass as I get more used to it, but...
This part, I can do like eyes closed, comfort level, but I know you need to do it. But if I
I appreciate you letting me take the lead on that, because I know it's easy for you. For me, it's...
Right, the sailing part is I'm still kind of getting my feet under me.
And that I'm starting to get a bit more comfortable with. On that boat. That's why Murray's Rest, we can hear you.
Come back, I didn't hear you, come back.
Mermaid's Rest, we're reading you clear.
You break it up a little bit, but I heard you. Thanks for coming back.
Because I know how to do that.
They dredged 10 feet! Holy shit! Oh, that's the other thing. I never tested this after I did all the wiring. So, yay, it works. I can see that my, there's probably growth in my knot meter. She ain't spinning. Can you see where the tide is relative to the pilings? Like the waves coming off the pilings? There's going to be some channel markers just as soon as we get out there. So if that's the case, I need to loop around and come up from the bridge. Oh, she sounds so much better than she ever has before.
I bet. There's a lot of shit to it. She can breathe, she's getting drinks.
And I hear the water still coming out the back. Bringing it down. We're in neutral. Oh, I was really hoping the fuel dock was going to be completely empty. I'm going to have to lash that so it doesn't vibrate as much. Once we're on the dock, I might walk us back a little bit to make space for Nenya. If you think I'm about to make a mistake, say the word.
Never go faster than you want to hit the dock.
Hello.
Here's back in the harbor.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm still fairly new at this. One more tap of reverse. Thank you, sir. Hardly elegant, but better than my last time. So, yay for improvement. No leak. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yep. At last, the star, over.
Oh, at last. That's the one I did my 104 on.
Pull that back line down, Madison.
Yes, sir.
Turn forward.
Thank you so much. Do you want to go before us through the channel or follow us out of the channel and then we'll sort out where we're going?
Yeah, why don't we follow you?
Okay.
The only other fender that's out.
Yeah. Oh my god, she's so quiet. Holy night and day difference.
You stay. So I'm gonna wonder what it sounded like before.
It was bad. I didn't realize how bad it was because it was my first boat. I didn't know what was normal.
Yeah, if it didn't sound like that, it wasn't normal.
No, it did not. Probably got a fair bit of fouling on my underside. I'm not making the speed. Well, I guess we've got current now
Anybody
too.
clean it?
Pardon?
Anybody clean it?
I had it cleaned when I had the shaft log rebuilt last summer. So it's an hour and 4 minutes we've been running. Put 22 gallons in, which seems right because I put 10 gallons back in. So I thought it was a 30-gallon tank, but it's a 32-gallon tank. And she's purring like a kitten. And for anyone who's gonna say, well, does that mean you're just gonna keep the engine? No, we're still going electric. But I'm a lot happier about getting home. You wanna say hi?
Hi.
Okay, there you go. You want to say hi? She was with me when the engine first got torn apart, and now she's with me when we're back under sail. Whoops, I turned quite far off. Who needs a $5,000 chalk plotter? I say right before this thing overheats and shuts down. So what's the plan?
So you can drop your hook anywhere in this hole.
Then you'll come up to us once our hook is in?
We'll raft up to you, and then we'll break the raft at the when the sun goes down or whatever.
Sure.
Maddie, it's set.
Shot?
First shot at setting? Yeah, but Amy gets the credit.
Well, you look set.
Yeah, no, we're set, that's for sure.
Oh, can you get some, let's get the fenders out.
Oh, yeah. This isn't done. There's not a snubber on it, and it's just sitting on the...
Yeah.
Reverse. Reverse hard. Hard. Harder.
I hate that it doesn't
I've never
come
actually
off.
used that before. Today is just like, I'm sorry, you're gonna get tired of me like, oh, I've never done this before. Oh, I've never done that before.
It's what we're here for.
This is literally what we do. Okay.
Just I think
That,
we're fine right there. Tie that off.
I don't think we even need a spring tonight.
Yeah,
So welcome to our favorite Anchorage.
I can see why. I've got 4 glasses with ice for scotch, if you like it on the rocks.
You don't mind if I come aboard, I assume?
You're welcome aboard.
Boy, that would be rude.
Yeah.
This is the first time since I bought the boat it actually feels like a sailboat.
Howdy.
First draft up of Mermaid's Rest.
I'm holding 2 drinks. This is great. Here's a 4th.
Double fisted.
About 6 knots away
Yeah.
right now.
First time ever on anchor. 2019, Kinsale, Ireland. I first said I was going to buy a boat. End of April 2023. My first night on the hook on my own boat. Fucking pinch me. So it's currently Thursday, and I did the sea trials on Saturday and Sunday. I got back and kind of crashed. I didn't get any footage of the trip back because it was pouring rain. But here's a few things that came out of the sea trials, one of which is going to be addressed within the hour. First was, when I did the shaft log repair and I took it sailing shortly afterwards, I was able to hit 6 knots without even blinking. When I was out on the sea trials at 2,500 RPM, I could barely hit 5 knots. So pretty good sign that my bottom needs cleaning. So I'm getting a short haul. It's currently, as I sit here, 5 after 1, and I'm scheduled to go in the slings at 2 o'clock. So I don't have a lot of time right now. So if I seem a little bit rushed, that's why. A couple other things. I got my MI number for my radio, so I have a handheld VHF for the trip home. I have a line on a used roll-up rib. So is that a rib when it's not rigid on the bottom? Anyways, a little inflatable dinghy for the trip home, so that's been sorted. I still need to get the head done. I still need to get the alternator done. After I'm out of the slings, I'm going to work on the alternator. So Oh, and I noticed on the sea trials that the Windex was working. It was actually showing me a wind speed. I was not seeing any speed on the knot meter, though. I'm kind of hoping that when I get hauled out, I'm going to find that there's just barnacles that were stopping the wheel from spinning. So I'm going to try to clean that out. Because it's a short haul, I have very little time. I'm going to be set up for filming, but I may not be able to film, or it may just be switching to cell phone for a few minutes. So you might be about to see less than my usual super high quality of videography. Sorry about that. What were a couple of the other things I needed to sort out? I know there was a few things that came from it. Ugh. I'll figure it out as I go. So, generally speaking, the sea trial went amazing. I got 6 hours and 44 minutes on the engine. She ran smoother than she ever has. I'm going to stop here for a minute and start getting ready. Not as bad as I thought, but definitely worth doing. A bit better. Oh, missed one. So I got the short haul, and when I first saw the boat come out of the water, I thought, that doesn't look that bad. Probably didn't need it. But speaking to Joe, who's been freaking amazing, he looked at it and he said, nah, there was at least a knot lost there, if not 2 knots to the amount of growth. So though it didn't look too bad, it was definitely worth doing. And he said, you know, you made the right call. I did use the scraper. The knot meter wheel was pretty messed up. It's spinning free now. I don't know if it's working. The trip from the haul out back to my slip just wasn't long enough to see if it was working. But it doesn't really matter. Either it works or it doesn't. I also got a new dinghy. Let me go show you that. So, a very wonderful lady named Hillary, she was the one who came out with me when I was looking to buy the boat. I first met her when she volunteered to come and help me decide if this was the right boat for me. And she's just generally been wonderful. We met up for lunch yesterday, and I happened to ask her, hey, do you happen to have a line on anyone who's got an old dinghy? And she said, actually, I do. I think I have to put the camera down for a second. It's I think an 8-foot 4-inch or something like that. It's relatively small. It's got a soft bottom. It's not even inflatable, but it's well, I guess it's a rib. That's a rigid inflatable boat. There's nothing rigid about this. It can fold right up and fit into a bag, which is actually really convenient. It's older, but she holds her air. At least, I mean, she's got a slow leak, but nothing that's going to bother me on the trip home. I really like the fact that it's got a proper wooden transom. And it came with a couple of oars, and the foot pump, and a bag, and the title, more importantly. Yeah, she sold it to me for like $250, which is flippin' fantastic. So that's another thing sorted out today. Oh, and something that absolutely blew my mind, but after the checkout sale that I took with Amy, my lines look so much better. I mean, they're still old, I fully admit that, but you can actually see color. Oh, you can't see anything because of my shadow. But you can actually see colors. They don't look horrible. When we were doing the checkout sale, with how wet the lines got during the rain, I would wrap them around here and tighten them up, and I would just see green ooze off of them. So, yeah, it seems we squeezed a lot of the algae out, and I had assumed these lines were all going straight to the garbage after I got home, but now I think they might have some life in them. I'm going to treat them after I get home. There's the foot pump for the dinghy. I don't really want to do that and strap it to the front. And you can laugh, but a big part of why I don't want to do this is the writing is upside down. That is the dumbest reason to make a decision to do something. But anyway,